The man drove away from the gas station. The old man came forward and handed him 2 bottles of mineral water. He took it with a disdainful expression on his face, put it in the back row. Little did they know that the next 2 bottles of water saved his life. Subsequently, the man drove through a tunnel. Unexpectedly, the car drove to the middle of the tunnel. The tunnel behind suddenly collapsed. He desperately wants to drive out of the tunnel quickly, but it's too late. Just when I thought he would sleep with the darkness, the man fumbled to turn on the lights in the car. Having a clear understanding of the surrounding environment, he is completely trapped in the tunnel. The car is covered in stones both inside and outside. Just a little movement, those stones just fell off. Xiaobai takes out his phone. Difficulty in finding signals. Contact fire rescue personnel. However, when the rescue team arrived at the tunnel, it's all silly at once, because the entire tunnel completely collapsed. Because understanding the situation inside, the rescue team outside the tunnel dispatched a large number of drones to enter. But things are not as simple as they imagine. Due to our interference signal, the drones all fell off shortly after flying. No way. Captain Dejin and his colleagues drove in to investigate the situation. Arriving at the landslide site, the captain got off the car to investigate the situation. As a result, my colleague accidentally touched the horn. At this point, Dejin's phone is ringing. It turns out that Xiaobai heard the sound of a horn. Captain, in order to determine the position of Xiaobai, and have colleagues honk their horns continuously. Unexpectedly, it was precisely because of this move that they were almost doomed. The vibration of the sound actually caused a landslide. Captain, hurry up and get in the car. Fortunately, he escaped in the last second before the landslide. I didn't expect this landslide to bring Xiaobai a blessing in disguise, because the other party actually exposed the exhaust vent. His position has been determined according to the construction drawings. Rescue operations are therefore developing in a positive direction. Every day at noon here, Xiaobai drinks water on time and in moderation. He poured water into the small bottle cap. After drinking it, have to hold it for a long time before you can swallow it. I couldn't bear to eat the cake I bought for my daughter. After hesitating for a long time, I finally decided to take a bite. Suddenly Xiaobai is counting materials. I heard something moving not far away. The girl was pressed against her chest by a huge stone. Tunnel collapse. I've been stuck here for 2 days now. Good man found him. The girl really wants to drink water. Then I went back to the car and looked at the little water he had left. Fruit for the girl to drink. Can he still get out alive? Although unwilling, but he still gave half of his water source to the girl. The girl asked the man to give his dog a drink as well. That's too much. In this critical moment, people have to drink carefully. How could it be possible to give a dog water? But I can't resist the girl's plea. The man followed suit. What he didn't expect was, returning to the car, he found the cake he had been reluctant to eat. Now it's eaten clean by the dog. The man cursed at the dog. This is his only ration. After a few days, the girl has finished drinking her water. Xiaobai looked at the last bit of water and still took it back. And then he just wanted to feed the girl water, but found out that the girl was already dead. Steel bars have long pierced the girl's abdomen. In a panic, he even spilled the last bit of water. Now the food is gone. He doesn't know when the rescue will arrive. Rescue Captain Dejin suggested that he store his urine. In the days without water, can only rely on urine to sustain life. 17 days have passed in the blink of an eye. According to schedule, this day is the day of tunnel excavation. Watching the soil coming out of the pipeline, it means it's already at the bottom. But things are not that simple. Xiaobai stated that he did not see any pipes. The original construction party cut corners and cut corners. According to the drawing there should be 7 fans. However, during actual construction only 6 were installed. Mining naturally leads to errors, and now we can only re-excavate the rescue passage. But now the problem is, can Xiaobai persist for so long? This made him completely desperate. Fate plays tricks on people. The sky unexpectedly began to snow heavily. This makes the rescue situation even more difficult. Traffic is paralyzed everywhere. No snowplow truck willing to come over. More seriously, there are more voices pointing out the abandonment of rescue efforts. Calculate based on time. The probability of Xiaobai surviving is extremely small. Maybe I'll do my best. The last thing we found was Xiaobai's body. In addition, this has brought the construction of nearby tunnels to a standstill. Explosives cannot be used due to rescue reasons, and pause like this. The project costs 1.5 billion yuan per day. To make matters worse, at the same time, an accident occurred during the rescue operation by a rescue worker. The 2 of them threw eggs one after another at the woman. Women don't even resist. On the contrary, he kept bowing and apologizing. It was just a shutdown bomb. You're screwed. Everyone thinks that men cannot survive in a collapsed tunnel. The public vote also indicates that. Hope to give up rescue. Officials find women, because in order to save her husband, too much manpower and material resources have been wasted. The woman wavered. I plan to say my final goodbye to my husband. What she doesn't know is, trapped husband in an environment without food and water, survived in the tunnel. Listen to my wife's final farewell on the radio. She's not willing. She wants to survive. Unplug the phone battery. Bite with teeth. Shake with your hands. But it's useless. The phone still cannot be turned on. He ran out of the car. There is no way around. Only stones. He desperately searched for it, trying to find a way out. The rescue team leader here is not willing either. Did you just give up like this? But she still wants to give it a final try and grab the detector. She came to the deepest part of the passage, and the little white head desperately dug open the falling stone in front of him. Not long ago, the captain was pulled up. In a state of panic, she dropped a detector in the tunnel. Subsequently, the blasting of the construction team has started. The tunnel on Xiaobei's side is starting to collapse again. He ran back into the car and honked his horn desperately. Here, the detector has responded, and this happened to be seen by the captain. He quickly opened the manhole cover of the rescue passage. They know that Xiaobai is still alive. Blast stopped. Rescue is still ongoing. 35 days buried underground. The captain finally found Xiaobai. Both Xiaobai and the dog are still alive, being carried to the front of the helicopter. I was told that I had to wait a while before I could board the plane, because I haven't taken a photo with the leader yet. Many journalists request to interview Xiaobai. Weak little white. Have the captain convey it on behalf of you. The captain was a bit hesitant at first. Finally, it conveyed Xiaobai's original words. Big brother is doing business now, including and impolite. The days to come have returned to calm. At this point, the two of them drove through the tunnel. Xiaobai's a bit nervous. My wife tightly held his hand. Terrifying memories are still in my mind. Fortunately, I passed through the tunnel smoothly. The first half of the movie is exciting. In the second half, I don't feel deliberately emotional. Drink urine and eat dog food from dividing water. To the later accident, I think the choices made by the people are real and cruel. But undoubtedly, it once again satirizes the unscrupulous media and government of a certain country.